Going, guys, I wanted to make a real quick video this afternoon on the topic of age restriction of constitutional rights. And the reason that I'm making this video is to start some discussion over some of the laws that have been passed in Florida and a few other states that raise the age that someone can be in possession of a firearm from 18 to 21. There are several states that would restrict handguns carrying handguns by someone under the age of 21, but never really had any kind of effect on long guns, shotguns, rifles, that sort of thing. And now with the passage of some of those laws, a lot of folks under the age of 21 have had to surrender their firearms to family members, that sort of thing. And I'm sure that you guys have seen a lot of this debate back and forth in the news. We know that just because someone turns 18, they are not necessarily a mature individual. Fact is, there's people that's a lot older that aren't necessarily mature. We know people that are 40s, 50s, 60s that are still just very immature in the way that they act. I mean, I'm sure that all of you all know someone that falls into that description. And the reason that I really don't like some of these laws is the simple fact that it is just another way of undermining the Second Amendment. And for the history of this country, as someone who has reached the age of 18, has in general been considered an adult. There's no other constitutional right that has been restricted the way that the Second Amendment has. Someone that is 18 has the right to vote, has the right to free speech. There's even court cases that have expanded the right to free speech and other rights to people well under the age of 18. There's a lot of public school systems that have lost court fights over their filtering of students' speech. And there are even pushes in some areas to lower the voting age to 16 because, for obvious reasons, they're going after younger voters that tended to be more liberal on some of the issues. This is a ploy that a lot of politicians on the left have been pushing. And the Second Amendment has been the one that they really have not really kept consistency with in applying in its application, because of these different laws, that sort of thing, the restrictions. And as I've said before, just because someone turns 18, it doesn't make them mature. But at the same time, I think that we need to talk about the importance of our constitutional rights. We need to consider carefully how some of the laws like this can actually harm our freedoms. And that's what I wanted to ask you guys about. I wanted to know what your thoughts were on this topic. Do you think that we should restrict our constitutional right to keep and bear arms to a certain age? Should we raise it across the board to 21? I mean, again, people that are 18 can serve in the military. Back in, I think it was 71, was when an amendment to the Constitution was adopted that stated plainly that 18-year-olds can vote. And a lot of that was because of the draft. People being drafted into the military. The overwhelming support was that if someone could serve in the military, go fight in a war with guns, that they should have the right to vote. And now what we're doing is actually, in some areas, taking the rights of 18 to 21-year-olds away just because of the views of some more liberal politicians. But guys, I wrote an article about it where I talk a little more detail about some of these laws and what's going on in different parts of the country. I'll leave a link up here as well as down in the description. But let me hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on this? Should we restrict gun ownership to those who have reached the age of 21? My opinion is no. I think that someone that is 18 should be able to own long guns, be able to purchase long guns, purchase ammunition, that sort of thing. I did myself. Where I grew up, nobody questioned it. I was buying ammo when I was 14, 15 years old, and nobody thought a thing about it in this area because it was just, guns were so common. Anyways, guys, let me hear from you. Check out the links down in the description. Visit my website. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, check out my channel over on Full 30 and follow me there. I'm going to be doing a whole lot more over on Full 30 because of a little more gun friendly. I can do gun builds and that sort of thing over there that is not allowed here on YouTube. But guys, let me hear from you. What are your thoughts on these laws? Thanks for watching. Check out my links below. Check out the other social media sites, and we'll see you next time.